What's up guys, Buddy here. Welcome back for another zombies commentary. In the last episode, I guess this is probably going to go into the random zombies category. We did some 5, if I remember correctly. Probably wrong on that. I've done a couple of recordings since then that I've scrapped. For a variety of reasons. Let me try and get this audio right. Yeah, variety of reasons that I scrapped some recent recordings. The main one is that I just didn't like. One, I could just have not done well, but also I just lose passion sometimes for it in terms of recording it. But I play zombies a lot, and so I feel like doing commentary on it is just generally a good idea because it means I've got content to put out there. I realize I've been quite. My keyboard has a few issues. That's one of them. That was not intentional. It's not part of some glitch strat we got going on here. My keyboard has a few issues with the W key mainly. It's a choice really, right? And I have my USB devices have issues in USB 3 slots when they're USB 2. So I can either pick, and I've only got 2 USB 2 slots, so I can either pick to have my mouse fuck up, my keyboard fuck up, or my mic fuck up. I've got to pick one of the 3 because one of them's going to be fucked up. So I pick my keyboard because the mouse is super annoying, and obviously my mic fucking up is just not an option, really. So I pick my keyboard, but it can result in things like that where I'll press the W key once and it'll get stuck. And also my keyboard sometimes just turns itself off. But, yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later, I'm sure, when I go down due to it again. But now that we're off there, there's not too many risky jumps in Origins. Also, sometimes my keyboard just doesn't react when I press the button. That's also another issue that I have with it sometimes, where instead of me pressing it and it holds, when I press it, it doesn't actually register. I think I've talked about this on camera, but I'm not sure if it was uploaded at any point. But I have a solution in my head that I've yet to try, which is to plug in a USB hub, perhaps a powered USB hub, to fix the issue. An unpowered USB hub has a couple of problems. One, microphones just don't tend to work on it, but I think keyboard and mouse should work on an unpowered USB 2 hub. But if not, we could get a powered one, which would most certainly fix the problem. So, one of the coolest things about Buried, as well as Die Rise and to some degree Transit, is there is a bank. This means you can store and withdraw up to 250. There you can see the W glitch again. You can store and withdraw up to 250,000 points. This is useful, as you can guess, because it means that I can start rounds and start runs pretty damn quick. Now here's a little bit of a problem. I didn't get quick revive when I first saw it, which is a little risky. It doesn't usually bite me in the ass, but it can. The first thing we're going to go for here, I know Jug is usually, it's a sin, Putty, oh, that's useful. Usually I'm like, oh, don't use the box before you get Jug, but in this case it's fine because we're going to get Jug soon anyway, and we're looking for the Paralyzer. The Ray Gun Mark II is a very good pull. Time Bombs and Ray Gun is a good double pull. Oh, it was almost the perfect trifecta. We could keep our pistol and upgrade it because there's a permaperk version of Flopper on this map, but we're going to trade it out because just to make the process a little easier. You're going to run into that. If you're really unlucky, it could really screw you over. But nothing can really screw you over on this map. You're pretty safe anyway, especially with the bank in tow. But if the box moves behind the maze or in the courthouse rather than up by quick revive, even up by quick revive is actually quite a difficult place. The best case scenario is getting the box to move there, which you can do. But you can also get to move in the bank. Yeah, the bank is a good place to get to it as well. Damn it. Don't want to get bombs as usual. Usual zombie strats apply. You don't want to get bombs, you want to be knifing. I obviously got the Galvanuckles. They're a one-shot kill up until round 13, so they're going to be great point gatherers. Not that it really matters. For anybody interested, I'm going to be showing off a couple of things. Yay! Good luck. Now, You obviously, one of the things that's almost essential to this strat is getting the paralyzer before the box moves out of range. You've got a good chance of doing it. Obviously, you've got enough points to get the paralyzer. It's just about whether the box moves away from you. So it's kind of like an Ascension strat in that regard, because you're not really relying on the points, although in some cases in Ascension you are. You're relying on the position of the box and how many hits you can get out of it before it moves. But you should be able to do it. Usually I can. I hope, knowing my luck, Let's Player's Curse will probably hit me even though I'm not doing a Let's Play, and I won't be able to get it before it moves. Paralyzed is important because it lets you skip a few things. It allows you to go places you usually wouldn't. No! I shouldn't have done that. Monkeys are fine, but time bombs are better because they're useful for something we'll be doing. Hey! Soon. Using time bombs, you can refill your bank a little bit. The position I'm in now, I'll probably talk about it in a little bit, but the position I'm in now, I'm in the position where making money isn't that important, it's keeping the money flow, and that's what time bombs are pretty important for. Come on, Paralyzer. You want to get all your perks before round 4, so if you don't manage to get your Paralyzer, yes, before you drop below 10,000, then probably just give up and go open the doors instead. Don't take any risks when you haven't got Quick Revive. Shoot if you have to, but try to Galvanicle what you can, because more points the more better. Zombies logic. So with this guy, this big guy, you need him to open Jug, and so there are, you can have the booze spawn there. If you do, that's best, but as long as you've got the Paralyzer, you're actually fine, even if it isn't spawned there, because you can still get a free one without opening any doors by doing this. So the trick to this is, a lot of people jump and then paralyze, but it's kind of like a rocket jump. You've got to paralyze then... Oh, keyboard. This keyboard is better in freaking multiplayer, I swear. You've got to paralyze... Oh, no, don't switch the time bomb. Paralyze then jump, because it gives you the boost then. Oh, look at that. Fucked up the jump already. Then you can get into the saloon. You see you have to... God damn it, keyboard, come on. Look at that! Go through the door. Okay. Oh my god, keyboard. Alright, so... You've either got to open that debris, or open that door, if you don't have the Paralyzer. With the Paralyzer, you can ignore both. This door is essential to keep closed for a strat, so if you do end up fucking up the Paralyzer thing, or I guess it's RNG, you can't really fuck it up, then go ahead and open the debris up top. It's the better way to do it. You can also buy booze in there, by the way, or you can get 1 free booze every round. I think it's every round. Not entirely sure. Before we go open Jug, the power is up there. You can get to most places in Buried without the Paralyzer. I'd say most. One sec, let me see. Can you get... No, you'll need to open debris for that one. Anyway, yeah, you can get to most places in Buried without the Paralyzer. Anyway, at least these early bits, you can't really get over there. But you can get Jug for free. You can get Jug... Yeah, I'd say you can get Jug without opening any doors if you get lucky. If the booze spawns down there for the second time, then you definitely can. So one thing we're going to do here is we're going to go back up to Quick Revive, because I don't like to be unprotected, even though Jug is more important. If we wait for Jug, the run could end before we get there. Whereas if we get unlucky with Quick Revive, at least we've still got a run going on. The trick to this guy is you yourself have got to be facing where you want him to run. So I should mention this is Black Ops 2 Buried. Quickly becoming my favourite zombies map. I'm not sure if it is. A couple of run-throughs of Moon recently have not shone it in the greatest of lights. And Kino is still a classic, just because I got so many randoms memories on there. But, I don't know, there's a few... maybe I'll compile my favourite zombies... maps in a future video. Who knows? I'm trying to think what my fourth perk should be. Usually I get double tap, because double tap is really good on Black Ops 2. But as you can see, my weapon setup doesn't really lend itself to double tap. But stamina up is at the end of the maze, which risks not having enough money to buy it. And Vulture Aid would require an extra 1,000 points. So you can get a free perk just by going through this, basically. You can only get a free perk every now and then. You can tell whether you can get it or not if the ghost is in the windows anywhere. But yeah, you've got to open this door anyway and get through. I'm probably going to stick on the other side of the maze for 4 rounds. It's usually how long it takes for the free perk to reset. If you get touched by any of these ghouly things, you will lose 2,000 points. If you don't have any points left, they'll start to damage you. But the 2,000 points is probably the more damaging thing, if I'm being honest with you. Because you can go through this place and just... Because that's the thing, you've got to go through this place if you want to Pack-a-Punch. So you have to be pretty good at dealing with these things if you want to Pack-a-Punch. Now, these things will drop a perk, at least the final one will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab Stamina before they drop the perk. Because although a free perk is valuable on its own, a free perk that allows you to have more than 4 perks is way more valuable. Way more valuable. And the earlier you get all 7 perks, the better. So that's something I'm going to grab. Just to give you an idea of what we're doing here, I'm going to do a buried run, see how long we last. If I feel up to it afterwards, we will do a few randoms games on town. Keep in mind though, I like to play on there's the free perk. I like to play on European servers. Okay, that's not a bad perk. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me thinks I probably would have wanted to get double tap first, because whatever third gun we're gonna get is probably going to be more useful when double tap's involved. But yeah, we will see. So we have all 4 perks and more but 4 is all we needed to get this before round 4. So which gives us a perma perk if we didn't already have it. It's hard to tell whether I have certain perma perks or not, so I like to make sure, and I always get 4 perks before round 4 on this map, because it gives you the perma perk that if you go down and get revived, you will keep all of your perks except for quick revive. Which we can easily get back if we get the run in full swing anyway, by just popping into the ghost house, making a run, wasting a little bit of ammo, but it's certainly worth it. And yeah, it's a useful little thing to do. So what we're doing here is we're just waiting for a zombie to pop up. To end the round. We're gonna stay over here. I know it might actually never mind. Yeah, we're gonna stay over here. I don't know what that perma perk was. Maybe it was the 4 perk thing. But yeah, we're gonna stay over here and use the Galvanucles to build up enough points to upgrade at least one of our weapons. We're gonna get enough points to upgrade one of our weapons, no doubt about that. But we're gonna leave at round 6 whether we've got an upgraded pair or not, purely because we'll be coming back here anyway, for various reasons. One of which is obviously free perks, and another which is upgrading our 3rd gun when that pops up. So so we're going to be coming over here again anyway, there's no doubt about that, so we might as well not worry too much about whether we get both guns upgraded. Now, I've played this map a lot, so I know most of the ins and outs. What I can't tell you is what upgrading the Paralyzer does. I know it has an extended clip, I hope that's not all, maybe it does more damage, not entirely sure, but maybe it launches you higher, don't know for sure, but I always do it anyway. And I think, whatever it does do to the Paralyzer when you upgrade it, it's probably more valuable than upgrading a Ray Gun Mark II on round 3 anyway, so that tends to be my first upgrade. For those of you wondering, yes, I've just wasted 30 grand from my bank. For those of you who don't know the buried secrets, you might think, holy shit, that's a lot of money. Not really. We're going to be showing a trick during this run, hopefully, that will show you how you can, if you're a decent, competent round 20 player, maybe even less, you can get as much money as you could possibly need just by playing a good run of Buried. It's something that me and my friends, my inner circle of zombies players, which is currently missing at least one position. If anybody out there is a competent round 20 zombies player, we are more than willing to accept you into the group as long as you speak good English and are willing to communicate. And yeah, because we've always been a 3-man group, so there's a space available anyway, and we've just lost a member to a summer camp. So if anybody wants to come and join our zombie hunting group, feel free to leave a comment. We are usually PC exclusive, although we do have both these games and all the DLCs on Xbox 360. The likelihood of me being willing to play on Xbox 360 is reasonably low, but it's worth a try. If a sub asked me to play zombies on Xbox 360, I'd probably do it. It's not that much of a hassle for me. Holy shit. Ooh, God, look at that. That's a little janky. Okay, we're alright now. It's round 5, so we got one more round to stay here. Do I think we'll be able to upgrade the ray gun? Maybe. Maybe. I will do it, by the way, for those of you wondering, if we get to 5,000, because, I mean, there's no point not to, in a lot of ways. We'll definitely be, like, the only reason not to is like, oh, what if you run out of ammo and you want to upgrade it? Well, coming through the maze is a pretty tough challenge, like, on its own, anyway. If you run out of ammo, it's probably even tougher. And we'll get enough max ammos, over the next 10 rounds to make it, like, to make the extra monetary stuff worth it. One thing I will do before we upgrade the ray gun is check the fire sale to see if we can get a commando or a Galil. I forget if the commando is in this game. I know the Galil is. Also a Tar? Because if we get one of them, it's definitely better to upgrade one of them. Tar. I tell you what, if an explosive pops up, we'll upgrade it. That's a shotgun, so nah. We'll get the AEN 94 when we get back to the real world, and we'll upgrade the ray gun. Ow. So, yeah, the reason I upgrade stuff here is basically so we don't have to go through the maze again. It's usually okay. You can usually go through the maze, especially if you set up correctly. But still, it's you don't want to be stuck round 25 and you haven't had the chance to upgrade yet, and you're stuck with an unupgraded ray gun. There's nothing really wrong with an upgraded ray gun Mark II, but the ghosts take a bit of a beating, and you never want to be stuck in a situation where you're relying on that one-shot kill if a zombie's blocking your pathway or something, and you don't get it. You always want to be able to get that one-shot kill, and having an upgraded ray gun Mark II. And by one shot, I don't mean one bullet. For those of you who haven't seen the ray gun before, ray gun Mark II, it's a 3-round burst. I'm perfectly capable of using the ray gun Mark II as a clear-out weapon, even relying on that 3-round burst. So it's round 6. Navigating the maze is a skill that I once knew, but since I've relied so much on the paralyzer, I'm not very good at it anymore. So you may have noticed a few clumsy decisions there. It's mainly because I have no need to go through the maze in any efficient fashion, because there's no danger of me taking lethal damage at this round. There is very little danger of me taking lethal damage at any round, because that's just how this run works. There is there is danger. I could run the route a little off and take some damage, but for the most part, this is a safe route. As someone who's played zombies a while, I would feel like me a couple of years ago could have run that route, so I don't feel like it's that hard a route at all. I've just realised we haven't drawn the weapon I want to buy. Now, you can tell whether the ghosts are going to give you a perk or not by whether they follow you back to the town or not. Because if they don't follow you back, if the zombies just start spawning as soon as you get back here, then you know they're not going to give you a perk. But if they follow you, then you know they're going to give you a perk. Simple as that. So you just wait for the last one. There's another one up there. Wait for it to drop down. You can get the perk bottle if it's up there, but I mean, that's effort. And Vulturate. Again, probably would have preferred double tap. I think we only have one more perk to go, which is double tap. But, oh well. There's no perk on this map that I would consider bad. I think the worst perk is probably Stamina, if I'm being honest with you, which is weird considering it's one of the perks I actually bought. Various reasons for that. If you want to, like, power game it, like, you may look at me as a power gamer, and I kind of am when it comes to zombies a lot of the time, But there are a few things, like efficiency things, that I don't like to do. But if you wanted to power game it, then getting the 4 most expensive perks is probably the way to do it, which I assume... getting the cheapest perks is probably the way to do it, which, if to my reckoning, would probably be Stamina Up, Double Tap, Quick Revive, and Vulturate, I imagine, are the 4 cheapest perks on the map. But of course, that's not factoring into account that you have to open doors to get to a few of those, and so it could not be the cheapest perks on the map if you consider that, but I'm not entirely sure what that means if you were to get the cheapest perks on the map. And I will actually, if I can make it there, hit the box a couple of times, because